Hey, this is Threadlocked, a show about the internet and its resident, shining light when you don't want to look and will ultimately wish you never had. I'm your host, Coasty.
Hey, this is
Together,
Cocksocked.
shut the fuck up.
We go on internet forums,
and
get
everything.
dicks,
Fucking
and
hell.
see if we want to suck them.
Yeah, my man. Can't trust them. All right. Be quiet before I introduce you, pieces of shit. All right. First of all, it's my pleasure to introduce the first co-host of the show, Phil. Phil is the current holder of the Guinness World Record for consecutive failed assassination attempts on a toddler, sitting at an awe-inspiring 25 attempts. You'll get them next time, Phil. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, hi. Little bastard that's just really hard to hit.
Slippery nowadays, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. Second co-host of the show. Can't talk anymore. That's incredible. Baghdadi was originally going to be here with me in the studio, but had to cancel right before the recording of the show, and I'm fine with that. You know, I was looking forward to hugging him tight when he came in and perhaps going on, I don't know, like a cute date after the show, and maybe, you know, letting him ride me like a motorcycle. But it's not like it bothers me or anything. I'm fine. I'm okay with it. Hi,
When do we
Baghdadi.
get paid? When do we get money? I'm waiting for money.
You know, I pay for some services that you never provided, so I don't think I'd be trusting you with compensation anytime soon.
I mean, that's a gift. Right? Shouldn't be expecting anything back.
It's not the kind of relationship I thought we had, Baghdadi.
So Cocksocked, right?
Yeah, Cocksock. Welcome to Cocksock.
Let's go.
Okay, so this show is about, for the new listeners of the show, not the old-time fans. This show is about looking at parts of the internet that are hidden in plain sight. You know, just exploring it, because there's so much out there that you just don't know about. That's very interesting to read about. You know, very cool people they're in. So today, to start off very light and easy, I thought I would pick something quite popular. You know, everyone's heard of Wikipedia. You know, we go there every day. I personally have the page for average dick length by country bookmarked, and I like to refresh it every now and then, make sure I'm still in the rankings, you know, high on the leaderboards. So I like the Wikipedia stuff because it's like very, very easily accessible. And if you guys didn't know, on Wikipedia, every article is edited by, you know, random people online, and there's a page next to the actual Wikipedia page where people discuss how to edit the article. In these talk pages, right, there's you know, everyone signs themselves. They sign their name next to the article. And throughout my career looking at these threads on Wikipedia, I found a couple people that I like very much. One of my favorite people that I found actually on the Donald Trump talk page, which has 120 pages of just people going on and on about like whether to use the photo that, you know, with him playing tennis with his ass out, you know, the dumper butt, you know, stuff like that. People were really contentiously debating whether to use that one in his Wikipedia page or not. I found a guy by the name of Free Media Kid, and I think Phil and I know this person a lot, but Baghdadi hasn't quite yet discovered the beauty and elegance of this guy's like life. So you know, I'm just gonna link it, and you guys can take a look. Perhaps Baghdadi can read a bit from a certain subsection of this. So this guy creates like a user profile on Wikipedia, which you do, and he has a little intro page, you know, talking about himself in the third person, like a normal functional adult, and then has sub pages, one of which is for his personal philosophy, and the other one is for his politics, which I just find really, really special. I mean, we can go into that. We can talk about him a bit because he's great. He's made his own flag for his ideology, and I just wanna, you know, describe this one a little bit. He's provided a very helpful description And Phil, why don't you read our little friend's flag here? You know, describe what you see in the description box that you wrote.
Right. So this is it's a yellow and white flag mostly. With some, yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. It's somewhat complex, and it's basically it's insanely fucking ugly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever like I think I made better drawings like as it was like sleeping basically.
Dude, it looks like shit, dude. Dude, it looks like
it's fucking awful.
Dude, it looks like what would happen if like the Indian flag fucked the Japanese flag. Like
Yeah.
I don't even
Like,
what the fuck is going
really
on?
violently too, like not a consensual engagement. Not
So, also the yellow he used is like the most ugly piss yellow you could have used.
Yeah,
It's insane.
horrible.
So he describes the flag as follows: the bulk of this 2x3 flag is a rectangly sected horizontally and symmetrically into two colors. Does that sentence make sense, or am I?
No,
an
it
idiot?
doesn't. No, it's
Okay.
not grammatical. He's discovered how to make flags, but not how to write. Yeah.
Okay. Yellow and white. Yellow is the color of liberty and the right to self-governance and happiness. White is the color of peace, virtue, and the voluntary desire to bring joy to all. Yellow shall come above white, for peace cannot exist without liberty. I'm sorry.
Dude, this feels like
It's really true. It's really true if you think about it.
this feels like this is like the incel yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
You can tell 'cause, like the philosophy says that like because you know at the top it's like a half like white circle,
Yeah.
and but it's like yellow, so it's just kind of like they can't be cum without piss, and they can't be piss without cum, right? And the ball is like because it's stored in the balls.
Yeah, of course. So where else?
And it has to be in balance. You can't have too much cum in your balls with too much piss, because that's when liberty dies.
That's true.
It goes on.
It goes on. Center in the rectangle is the inverted sun of unity, signifying an unbreakable unity and relationship of liberty and peace. The rectangle. Wait, what? The rectangle is placed above the cyan sky and the green grass.
Yes,
Meaning
that's supposed to be sky and grass there. Obvious.
Yeah, there's like a blue bar going on top and a green one on the bottom.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's so hard to describe because I can't really stop myself from crying looking at it.
So, meaning that there exists liberty and peace in the land the flag stands for. Surrounding the outer rectangle is a checker pattern of yellow and white, meaning that there shall exist liberty and peace outside and beyond.
Yeah. I can't wait. Like this guy really thinks or like has conceptualized this. Imagine like the level of delusion you have to be in. We make a flag assuming that the rest of the world will also follow your like ideology. Like, oh, this flag isn't just about like our thing, you know, his little anarchist utopia. It's like, no, it's everywhere else as well that the flag stands for.
The shittiest thing is like it's not even associated with a country. So you look at that and you're like, what is this lump of shit? I don't like. Did a 5-year-old make this?
It's
like I
literally
don't.
just on his Wikipedia page. He made it like about himself, his own flag for him. It's incredible.
I think he should add that paragraph description on the flag just so people actually know what the fuck it means.
Just like on top of it so you can read it.
How does it go from like symbolic to like the green on the bottom is grass? Just, like
I love also how how everything's mostly symmetrical, right?
Yeah.
But the fucking sky and grass somehow the sky comes down way further than the grass.
It's like weirdly out of sync. Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's really odd. And the color choices, that's kind of what fucks me up the most, right? I mean, he's put a lot of effort into this, right? He's thought about this a lot, although his thoughts maybe didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But why this yellow? Also the green and the blue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This guy edits like, by the way, this guy like edited hundreds of Wikipedia articles. So like he's already very busy. He's taken time out of his very, very busy schedule to like invent his like flag and creed. So his efforts don't end at making flags for countries that do not and will never exist. He also has a really long page about his personal politics and philosophy that he wrote himself about himself. And it's just like absolutely incredible. It's really good because on the side he has like a bunch of like a TLDR easy guide to understand where this guy stands on the issues. And yeah, it's just really good. It says you have like this small rectangular box. It has Democrats crossed out, Republicans crossed out. He says this user knows both major U.S. parties have been hijacked by special interests, can no longer identify with either one, and has no hope that the situation will ever improve. So this guy's like completely black pill. Like he swallowed it really, really hard. He knows the way forward.
Did you just like take a picture of a donkey and an elephant?
Yeah,
and then it's like there's like an actual animal. Like, I don't. What the fuck is this garbage?
Underneath that, randomly, it says this user likes porcupines. So that's just cute. That's then this user is a classical liberal.
To add in real quick, I think this is important. The porcupine is the symbol of the American Libertarian Party.
Right, of course. Which you don't need to mention because everyone already knows that inherently, right?
Of course, everyone has a huge interest in the American Libertarian Party.
Aren't those the guys that had like the convention where like I think Gary Johnson or something like that said we're libertarians, but you can still have driver's licenses, and people started booing him. Like that's ridiculous. What's next? The government's gonna tell me how to toast bread? I need a license to drive my car. Like one of the guys like took off his ripped off his shirt and paraded around in protest. Like that was love
that was that. Yeah.
This user supports the consistent life ethic, which I've no idea what that is. But my favorite part of his little self-explainer is he has a symbol of a skull and it's crossed out, and it says this user believes that the death penalty is mercy and that the worst criminals should suffer for a long, long time. So he's literally no one's thought of this position on the death penalty before. He actually thinks the death penalty is too kind to people, so he wants to torture people instead. It's really good. Libertarian, by the way.
Yeah, they should suffer for a long, long, long time.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so funny.
Of course, at the hands of not the state, that would be ridiculous. The McDonald's torture prisons. The McDonald's torture prisons should be the ones in charge of this. The subway.
Right, because if it was a state, it would be wrong, right?
That would be immoral, right? Of course.
And the flag wouldn't be yellow.
Yeah. So, hold on. Baghdadi, I would like you to go to his page and scroll down to his section on LGBT rights and read the second paragraph, the one that begins with "and speaking of moderate." I think that's a really special quote from him.
Let me look at this one.
Yeah.
And speaking of moderate, since the public does appear to tolerate hearing others express their sexual orientations, I shall express my own. I describe myself as being a heterosexual by choice. Daring, very daring.
Yeah.
And I entirely, voluntarily choose to be so according to my conscience. As for this time, I do not expect to be entirely well received. In fact, I expect a centrist view will be condemned most harshly.
Yeah, we are suffering a really trying time of people just attacking other people for choosing to be straight. It's relentless. Can't even choose to be straight anymore on Twitter anymore. It's horrible.
Oh shit, this is the part you were telling me about. The left may charge me with holding views against homosexuality, and so will label me as as homophobic. On the other hand, the right may insist that everyone is born heterosexual and charge me with catering to the left, and so will label me as a rhino.
Rhino, by the way, it stands for Republican in name only. So he's saying that by choosing to be straight, other people will think he's like a poser. He's not really conservative. He's just faking it. Right? He's only pretending to be a Republican, which I just love that he thinks, so the Republican Party establishment is refreshing his Wikipedia page to see what his sexual orientation is, and will judge him depending on which one he chooses.
Dude, I love like his expectation of like the amount of people that are going to read this. It's not
Yeah.
to mention that social scientists will take issue with my wording, calling my heterosexuality a choice, as can
Not
as
gonna
according
lie,
to them. It's so
I've been like,
dumb. Holy shit!
I've been like refreshing this. I've been like looking at this guy's page for a couple times, and I think we're like 90% of his readership. I think it's us, the three of us here right now, or like the most people have consecutively read his paper at once.
Oh, this is so good. I really wonder about the by choice thing. It
Yeah.
doesn't seem necessary, right? I feel like he could
I think
make all of his points by just saying he's heterosexual.
no, because I think like a big part of the like I guess anti whatever LGBT thing, like a big part of that
Just the choice meme.
yeah, it's like people argue, no, you can't choose to be
Okay.
gay, so you can't criticize people for being gay. But and people say, well, if you choose to be gay, then that means you're choosing to be straight right now, and that usually was like a thing to shut people up. But I guess no, he like is confronted with the argument, and says, yes, of course, like I do choose to like pussy, like it's like I every day I wake up and I think maybe today I will fail, but no, I steel myself, I dig my heels in the ground, and I say, no, not today, no dick for me.
So
Just
he
love that.
makes himself sound like the biggest latent homosexual on the planet.
Yeah.
To win this fucking stupid ass argument.
Every day resisting the temptation of cock, it's so hard.
I mean, he's trying to put himself off as like the bravest homophobe in the universe, where it's like he's like Eminem from 8 Mile, just calling everything out before it gets said to him.
Yeah.
It's like the
It's like-
fucking lefties are gonna say this. Yeah, I know exactly what you think. The rhinos. Oh shit.
and then like Baghdadi, that's what it's funny is because like he keeps talking about how everyone's gonna label him different things, like the scientists are gonna call him pseudoscientific and the leftists are gonna call him homophobic, and then it says it's obvious that these pejoratives are designed to manipulate me to change my mind. Can you read that?
Oh yeah, I was actually reading that in my head. Wait, it's obvious that these pejoratives are designed to manipulate me to change my mind, but psychological manipulation does not work on me. Besides, I either ignore personal outlets or try to enjoy them via obviously non-sexual masochism to avoid feeling hurt.
Obviously.
Is he like
sexual masochism?
Is he like debating his own sexuality while like debating other people right now?
We're reading his diary right now, yeah. Dear diary, I did not like that dick. I'm not gay.
Dude, he wrote this in front of the mirror just so he can remind himself.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Non-sexual masochism. That is amazing.
Yeah. Really, really
I
good
think
shit.
I've never finished this paragraph. I just fucking fell to the floor laughing after
Yeah.
heterosexual by choice
It's too
every time.
good. It's too good.
What's the matter, free media kid? You embarrassed? Sexual orientation is predetermined. Dude, fucking, you're either with us or wait. A non-sexual masochism to avoid feeling hurt. The reason I think this way because there seems to be a long-standing of the Autonomous motto: "You're either with us or against us." I have become tired of believing it because all I see are the two stubborn sides doing the same thing over and over, propagating their ideas, praising themselves, and berating each other.
The straights and the gays, the eternal war. One of
Bro,
them
this
says,
guy's
you should be gay, and the other, no.
dude. Just in this paragraph, like he debated 17 different groups,
Yeah.
and then meanwhile, like tackling 15 life struggles like within himself. Like he debated himself and other people. That's insane.
I love it. I love this guy. He's one of my favorite users I've ever fucking read. Yeah, it's really good. He has he has more explanations on capital punishment. And it's like the most dramatic. Like it's the plot to like a C movie. It's like it says In a world that constantly tries to enforce order, the worst criminals do not consist of simple serial killers or rapists, or even those that resort to heinous acts of terrorism as a reaction to those holding viewpoints that the criminals will not tolerate. Of course, they can never consist of those who can prove that they are demonstrating fits of mental illness as opposed to an act of free will. Rather, the worst criminals consist of the very same people, but who also have the power to inspire many others to outperform them. These leading criminals are then hailed and worshipped by the impressed cultists as their leader and treated at a messianic level. They care no more about stirring up chaos, confusing whomever they inspire, and causing destruction of humanity, even when arrested or imprisoned. Their cult-like personalities would continue to unrepentantly destroy humanity for as long as they live. This renders them arguably too dangerous to even imprison or stand trial. Wherefore, who the fuck says wherefore in 2020? Whatever. Wherefore, it may be well excusable to terminate them without the need of a trial, provided there's already clear, overwhelming evidence against. Like, this guy's not even just like for like he's like for instant execution. Like,
yeah, dude.
Even trial and pop him, just kill him.
Do we know who he's talking about? I feel like I don't get what he means here. Like, who are these people that are worse than the terrorists?
I think it's Magneto that he's referring to here. Like, that's like, who the fuck are these like terrorists that have like massive cult-like personalities that have like are a threat to humanity? Like,
they're worse than terrorists.
Yeah, right? they're like the giga terrorists.
So I think just judging from what else he has written, I'm thinking it's the SJWs.
Maybe Anita Sarkeesian. He's like for like. Anita doesn't even stand trial. She like gets executed in the street, honor killed.
Summary execution for feminists.
Decapitated and lit on fire.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Very libertarian.
I love his stance. It's very free, freedom of expression and shit.
He believes in the alchemy concept of capital punishment, where it's like equivalent exchange.
Yeah.
So like. Or is it just be like if you fucking steal a piece of gum, right? We just have to like rape you and remove your fingernails. Just like, I'm sorry.
That was my personal property, Bucko. Time to die.
Damn, that gives like judges like a whole new fucking. They just have a gun. It just depends on their discretion. You know, you walk into the wrong fucking court. You're like, oh shit, you were just speeding, and then just go walk into court, just fucking blow your brains out as you walk into the stand.
Oh, right. So that's Free Media Kid, my favorite libertarian Wikipedia user. There's a bunch more of them though. Like, another really, really, really good one that I found is this guy called Mandras. And Mandras has it's like he's like an incredibly sad person, like in a way that I've never encountered before. If you click his thing, he has like like a list of all the Wikipedia awards he's received from like other people who like edit Wikipedia for a living, I guess, on his page. He also very clearly mentions that you should not use the singular they when describing them. It says it is not necessary to use a singular they when referring to this user. Get talking about himself in the third person, which I love. The masculine personal pronouns will do nicely. So keep that in mind, guys. This guy is definitely a man, 100%, not a girl. And then he has like a page. It's called "Who is Mandras Anyway?" And he has a list of things to describe himself. So he says he's a middle-aged male who has nothing better to do than sit around editing Wikipedia articles. So, that gives me hope that he's self-aware. But then he writes, I was born in a log cabin that I built with my own 2 hands. I believe I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Yeah, I know, right? I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but at least I'm not a spoon. Very good. My girlfriend and I met through a radiocarbon dating website. Fucking.
What the fuck is that?
That is the funniest pun I have personally ever heard.
I love those.
Oh,
It
it's because
goes
he's so fucking old. He has to like
Yeah.
dig for his like potential partners.
Fucking-
I don't even know if it goes that far. It's just that radiocarbon dating has the word dating in it. I think that's the extent of the show.
It doesn't end. That's just half of them. He says, "Please buy my new book, How to Get Rich, writing books about how to get rich." Isn't that great? Isn't that funny?
Dude, I
guys?
love his.
Nice.
I was born in a log cabin that I built with my 2 hands. It says citation needed. It's
Citation
the guy who
needed, yeah.
fucking wrote it. Like, is the one who built it. I don't.
I'm 8,353rd in the line of the British throne. If necessary, I intend to abdicate.
Very funny.
Currently, I should add crickets, on the background of these. Currently, the Jehovah's Witnesses Protection Program. Get it? Because it has witness in it, and it's witness protection.
Oh! I didn't get it actually. A
When
very
does this guy
funny joke.
die?
When
When does that guy die of old age? Does he have a heart problem or something? That'd be nice.
My idols range from Albert Einstein to Stephen Wright. This is not to imply that Stephen Wright is not very smart or that Albert Einstein was not very funny. Okay. My interests include history, various sciences, aviation, humor. He's like academically interested in humor himself. Those who cannot perform teach, I suppose. Furry mammals, designing unreadable captchas, and musing about the future of civilization. How cool is that? We found ourselves a philosopher. There you go. Great.
Oh shit!
He's very, very invested in Wikipedia principles. He's not just really good at humor, but he's very deep into like Wikipedia philosophy and lore and essays. So, on his page, he like has just a whole list of philosophical conversations about how to edit web pages about like trains with his friends, called mini essays. Then you scroll down. He has even smaller. He says micro essays on his page. It's like 2 sizes smaller than that. Phil, would you like to read some of these micro essays of his?
Okay, I'm gonna take the really short ones. Okay.
Yeah.
A principle selectively applied only when it serves your purpose is not a principle but a weapon.
This game.
Oh.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm blown away.
What is he trying to say here?
Dude, some of them are so cringe. Like, it's like you put that on your Instagram page with like a panda robbing a bank to get pussy. Like, really bad. Like, naturality, it looks like the bias to those who don't recognize their own bias. I don't even.
Whoa, dude,
That
it's
makes
true,
somebody's
though.
pussy wet. Right?
It's true. It's true.
Like, dude,
Very smart.
this is my favorite because like this one people could actually post on like a Facebook thing or Instagram. It's like high intelligence is counterproductive in the absence of wisdom.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh
So
my god.
it's not enough to just be very smart. You have to be wise as well. That's some deep fucking shit right there, dude.
So this guy just spews fucking inspirational quotes from Instagram on his fucking Wikipedia.
On Instagram, I at least get that because other people see it. No one has ever read these. No one has ever read these micro essays of his, aside from us right now, I suppose. But like aside from that,
This is so
absolutely
funny.
no one.
This is so fun. But it's true on Instagram. At least your dumb friends think you have really deep fucking philosophical thoughts now, right?
Yeah, like the high intelligence ones. It's like drinking out of an empty water bottle, right?
Yeah.
And feeling satiated. It's like nothing just got done. I don't even.
What else is there? What the fuck? Oh, if you see it as your mission to protect article content from the POV overzealousness, so POV point of view. This is like a running theme on Wikipedia. People really hate people pushing their point of view, and so being a POV pusher, as they say, is like the worst possible. You just if you get called a POV pusher, that's like the N word for like Wikipedia editors. It's really, really bad. So, if you see it as your mission to protect article content from the POV overzealousness of conservatives who don't care about Wikipedia's policy, you are as POV as they are. If you see it as your mission to protect article content from the POV overzealousness of liberals who don't care about Wikipedia policy, you are as POV as they are. If you see it as your mission to protect article content from anyone who doesn't care about Wikipedia policy, you are a good Wikipedia editor. So the point is to like not just try to protect Wikipedia from the slimy liberals or the wretched conservatives, but to protect it from anyone who dares to threaten the sanctity of this goddamn website. That's important. That's what matters. And then he has food for thought. He had food for thought at the end. He asked us to consider the following question: how often do you edit against your own bias? Question. He writes that in italics, by the way. Very important quote. Keep that in mind. We'll get back to you on that on future shows. So make sure to think about that one. Really hard. But it's not all fun and games editing Wikipedia. And a lot of people get burnt out. A lot of people, it's a bit too much for them. And so sometimes you'll click on a Wikipedia profile and it'll come up that the person's retired and has this huge banner on the top of the page. It says retired. And this user by the name of Zia Later has a very emotional message for us to read here, to kind of understand and empathize more with the struggle of the average Wikipedia editor. Phil, if you'd like to read that. Just the first couple lines there, the first couple paragraphs, actually, because there's one below the image.
Today is the day. When I first wrote, I am willing to work with anyone, I meant it. Unfortunately, no one wanted to work with me.
Aww.
Editing Wikipedia was a hobby. My edits were to add detail to various topics and to maintain the reliability of the project. I took pride in my actions because they were independent and were done to bring reliable information to others.
Yeah, and then there's an image. There's an image, like an illustration of like a person like kind of sleeping or like being depressed on a desk, and these bats flock around them. I guess he's like the unhelpful Wikipedia editors who did not want to cooperate with Zia Later here, even though they gave it their all.
Yeah. Apparently, he edits Wikipedia pages in Dracula's mansion.
Yeah, that fucking looks like it. Yeah. Yeah, and then it goes on.
It goes on. My hobby has instead turned into dread as baseless accusations have been aimed at me and my work. You think he got accused of being a POV pusher?
Yeah. Oh my God. I can just imagine the pain. Like you spend all your life editing Wikipedia articles about the correct location of the Power Ranger villains. The Power Ranger villains, the lore of Power Rangers.
This tireless contributor has turned into a tired mess. I hold no anger as the world has grown passionate with the many changes we are currently facing. So one can see how these emotions have been turned towards me.
Can you just imagine the arrogance? Like, because of COVID and Trump, people are taking it out on Zia Later, like the one victim of society. They're like, dude, I can see why you guys are really angry with me. Stuff is wild right now.
He is the one that is truly suffering from from racial unrest and the huge fucking pandemic.
Dude, like as people become kinder, like they have to have somebody to hate, so they just somehow know that this is a person to direct hatred towards. He becomes the hatred conduit, right? To keep everything in balance.
The fucking Jesus of our time fucking have to give themselves so our kind can be spared.
Okay. It ends there's one more sentence. To those reading this, I implore you to cooperate with others, or to cooperate with one another and have good faith, because I wish others would have had good faith with me.
That's so sad.
It is so
tragic. I just love the ending of it too. Like, to those reading this, I implore you, learn from my death. Be kind to others.
This was very recent as well. This is 14th of June 2020.
Yeah, it's like a month ago. This person was fucking crucified. It's just so unfair that this world would have such kind editors and they would just be accused of POV pushing like that. All they're trying to do is cooperate.
I'm wondering what the thing that like fucked him up was. Was it like a Wikipedia thing on Hitler, and it's just like fucked Pamela Anderson, and it's like, wait, that's not. And then he's just like, well, I mean, I guess I'm Christ, right?
Yeah.
Then you're just the Romans right now.
Yeah. Just don't want to hear what I have to say. You're silencing me even though all I'm trying to make is an argument.
Oh,
Right.
dude.
Lastly, to wrap up our segment about Wikipedia users, I would just like Baghdadi or Phil, whichever one, if you think is up to the task, to click this link that I just posted and try to describe what you see. Just try to put it into words.
Oh my God.
If you may. Yeah, just click that.
I don't know what's going on here.
What the fuck?
Give it your best. Just go on. Give it a shot. What's happening? What do you see right
so-
now?
Well, I mean,
This is the user specifico. And well, their user page is I don't know, Baghdadi, do you have a way to put this into words?
oh yeah, so like this is like the most nuanced set of all the other users that we've
Yeah.
read the descriptions
Maybe
of.
the most intelligent. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a picture of a black and white illustration of a bat, and then
Yeah.
next to it is a picture of a vulture, and it says vulture economist in the description.
What do you think that means, vulture economy? What do you think that's about? It's kind of a esoteric philosophy.
That's
I
what he
love
eats
that
at.
below that there's a picture of someone who I can only assume is him. And what do you guys think? What do you guys think that is? Can you describe what you're looking at?
Yeah.
There, or yeah.
It's kind of the piece of tinfoil on his head. I'm assuming he's trying to personify the human struggle, right? To
Yeah.
persevere beyond its own government.
Yeah.
Because if you look in the picture, he's looking somewhere, right? Almost like at the future, or like with hope.
Off to the
Right.
side.
Now he
It's
has like
dreadful
a really
times.
he has a really smug look in like on his face, right?
Yeah.
And I'd like to think that there is a CIA agent or maybe an alien that's trying to control his mind.
Yeah.
But he is impervious to the mind control rays because he has his tinfoil hat and he's looking at the
At the CIA agent.
yeah.
Got it on me.
I love the
Yeah.
description because it's literally a man wearing a tinfoil hat. I mean that's interesting, right? Maybe he's trying to show like this is like Bernie's America if he ever
Yeah.
got elected, where I have to wear tinfoil to think homophobic thoughts and hate black people because that's
I love his shirt too, because it looks like a dress shirt or like a prison shirt, I guess, because it kind of striped. I don't know if this guy is in penitentiary. I don't know what's happening to him, but he has like just a copious amount of chest hair, like more than I've ever seen on someone like spring up like that. Like usually it's not that like stuffy.
It almost connects to his neck beard.
Yeah, it's like, that's what I was going. Like I've never seen it like that. Where like you could like draw if he just allowed his neck beard to like grow like a little more, it would be seamlessly integrated into his chest hair, like a half gorilla
like-
almost.
Yeah, he'd need like a 1-inch neck beard,
Yeah,
and
Dude,
like
this
he'd
guy-
be completely covered.
like this guy looks like he's growing hair on his Adam's apple. I didn't even know you can like do that.
yeah.
Like
And I think it's like
with his
just
fucking Turkish prison outfit. Like
it's incredible because like the web page organization makes absolutely sense. Just like random photos of different animals and like scales, and on both of the scales there's like Wikipedia globes, like the puzzle pieces. Then there's like a thing that says mind the gap, and I guess it's about the gender wage gap because it's like the instead of like the metro icon, it's like the symbol for like women, I guess. And just like a fucking fuck ton of tags.
So yeah, he has some very funny tags, I think. So this user resists the POV pushing of lunatic charlatans.
The worst plague. The worst plague of the world. POV pusher.
Then as well, it says it's like 3 X's as like the symbol, and it then says this user is topic banned.
Which I don't like. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it means like he cannot like. I'm sorry, sir. Your edits for the gender of the Powerpuff Girls have been, it's been reverted too many times, so you can no longer comment on the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, I think
article.
it's like if you remember the Power Rangers guy we looked at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we might get to that person in a different episode. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's kind of like that. Like he got banned off a certain topic because he just kept editing like shit edits, right?
Imagine doing that. Imagine being so bad at writing that Wikipedia editors go like, "No, you're like too much for us. You're like horrible. We can't have you anymore."
Also, this user loves avocados, which I'm very against. It's
very
bad for the
nice.
environment.
Yeah. Really, really good. This user likes to eat borscht, I guess, just raw, maybe. This user has a Doctor of Philosophy degree, naturally. This user has
Nice.
created one of the 15 million pages of the English language Wikipedia. And there's like a thing, it says 0.0000002% of Wikipedia pages. Like he's responsible for
Wow.
the
Damn, he's got a monopoly.
yeah, we gotta stop him. He is
I like how it says.
4,371 on the list of Wikipedians by number of edits.
My favorite is this user has a television set.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you can put that as like a
I
thing.
was about to mention that, but I think I've seen this on other talk pages as well. This is like a pretty common tag, and I don't understand if this is like an inside joke or these people actually want to tell people that they have made it. They own a television.
Well, you gotta flex somehow, So guess what, motherfucker? I own a fucking TV. That's right, 20 inches.
Yeah, this user does in fact defecate in a toilet bowl. Right? He's toilet privileged. That's just so you know.
He has like a thing of describing that he prefers the Oxford comma. Like, watch out. I might come in and edit your shit and put a comma before and, idiots.
Very nice.
Very.
Yeah, so
this
this guy took a 4th grade English class. Apparently, that's like what this says.
This user is diurnal, which, if for the curious, means that they live during the day. Like I wake up in the morning and go to bed at night. Like that's a feature of mine.
People like read this shit before they criticize and edit. You're like, okay, so why is this guy talking about? He has a television set. Okay,
yeah.
I was about to, So he's been in. This is like the black experience. Where it's like the television. You don't know how it feels to have. You can't empathize for having it. You have to have a television to understand.
So I see you've edited I see you have edited multiple TV show articles, but I don't see the television tag in your profile. That doesn't square up.
Shit.
Explain that discrepancy, sir. Otherwise, your post will be removed, and you might be topic banned from this.
So there's one tag I'm wondering about, and it says this user has 207 watchers, and I'm wondering, does that mean that
is this guy haunted?
I'm wondering if like watchers are people that like, I don't know, view your Wikipedia user page.
I don't know. What if I refresh?
Maybe this is like way bigger than we thought. Maybe these people actually check out each other's pages and read this shit.
No, because if I refresh it, it doesn't go up. It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't.
Did I need to know, like, who the fuck reads this shit? And he's like, wow, that's so cool. Like, you just looked at this and you're like, damn, this guy's cool. Like, I want to like have him edit for me.
Yeah. Like, this is a real professional right here. I'm gonna get him on my shit. I'm gonna hire this guy. He has a TV set, so I'm sure he's qualified. Really, really good shit.
5 pillars, ignore all rules. That's so funny. Verifiability, no original research. Go underneath and you look at the Wikipedia key, policies and guidelines. Verifiability, no original research, neutral point of view.
Yeah. No,
what Wikipedia is not biographies of living persons. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. No, he's very. These people, I've noticed when I read their like discussions, they are like all they do all day is fucking throw like principles at each other. Like, you have violated guideline number 254,000. I will report you to the arbitration committee.
No. The ARPCOM.
Oh yeah, there's this body on Wikipedia. If you guys didn't know, it's called the arbitration committee, or lovingly the ARPCOM. That is an elected body of officials that you can like participate in the elections for, and they are the ones that have the power to like kill Wikipedia editors on site. It's really cool. One day, if I can't make it to the president, I'll at least shoot my shot for the ArbCom. Really,
it gets mentioned a lot as well.
Yeah.
People like threaten each other with the ArbCom.
Kind of like when someone jaywalks and you try to call the cops, like that. Kind of that level of authority. Now I also wanted to veer away a bit from Wikipedia. We've explored it enough. I think we have to leave these people in peace so they can edit their popcorn history of popcorn pages. That's very important. I would like to explore something that Phil actually wanted to bring on the show. Phil is he thinks aliens exist and are on the planet right now, and
It's true.
he just has a lot of friends on a forum called alienhub.com, and Phil wanted to share a bit of his peers and what they believe. So why don't we start with this thread that Phil was very, very interested in. It's very short and simple. It's called "I'm an Alien AMA." So yeah, go on.
Yeah. This obviously, I mean, the title says it all, right?
Yeah. We are talking to an alien. This is an alien posting in its thread from outer space. A little green man. Yeah.
So well, the title is obviously "I'm an Alien AMA." Then they add to that the caveat. Keep in mind that I may not be able to fully answer or even at all answer some questions due to some interplanetary laws from where I come from.
Yeah, some space NDAs.
Dude, this is like the Federation from Star Trek, right? So, Then Lida asks, this is a very active member, by the way, on this forum. I see them in almost every post I've looked at on this forum.
An avid consumer of this. Yeah.
Yeah, and they seem to engage with the weirdest shit that gets posted on this forum very, very openly. So they say, please tell us what you can. Are you able to share your location in space relative to our solar system? What means of travel do you use to move around the cosmos? Do you look human? Are you an incorporeal entity inhabiting an Earthling?
Yeah. So you might think like, oh, there's just like one freak that like answers to like this kind of shit, but no, the follow-up posts are taken just as seriously. It's completely unironic for them.
Yeah. So this actually gets answered down here.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. I can't do the location relative to the solar system, but I'm within this galaxy.
That's good. That's good.
Good. He's pretty fucking close, right? We should be scared.
Yeah. Stick throw away.
I believe we use some kind of disintegration and reconstruction method. But I don't know because I've never experienced it. I do not look human, but we have methods of disguise. No, I am an organic being. So we're finding out a lot about these aliens, right?
Yeah. So off the bat, we already know you could meet them and never know because they're disguising themselves, right? They were made of organic matter, which is very helpful, and they're within this galaxy.
I love how it's like within this galaxy. I didn't know Pluto had an internet service that you can use. Yeah, that's the thing apparently.
I mean, if they did, they would never be able to tell us. That's like there's an NDA. There's some laws that prohibit them from letting us know about their tech.
That's true. So
yeah, they're in space China, where like they have to use VPN services. Alien VPN. Can you changing my planet to Uranus so it thinks I'm different?
Fucking government doesn't let me even talk about the Pluto Tiananmen Square massacre. Fucking
gotta use space Google. Gotta use fucking.
Use wormhole. Use the code alienhub.com on wormholebear.com.
Yeah.
Free trial.
Free trial wormhole.
We got servers in 26 different solar systems.
Yeah.
Want to watch Netflix shows that are on Netflix on Kepler B22?
Yeah. Pretty good shit.
Hey guys, put was it like Milky Way VPN? This show is sponsored by
We should get them to
20%
sponsor
off.
our show. This show brought to you by Milky Way VPN. Circumvent your planetary limitations with ease. Put an offer, promo code ThreadLocked for 25% off on your first month. I love that multiple people engage. It's so good. It's like there's quite a lot of replies in this thread, actually. Like 2 pages of it.
Yeah. Hyper Universe has a lot of questions. He asks, "Do you bring peace? Are you here for business or pleasure?"
Like border patrol guard? Like, who the fuck are you?
Dude, he's the immigration. He's the immigration dude when you fly into the US. That you.
Like, well, okay. Alien, you just think you can come to work like that with no fucking passport? Or what the fuck are you doing, dude? I also know how to say "welcome to Earth" at the beginning of their message. Like, "Hi, what's up?"
Oh, yeah, true. I didn't even.
How
read
bad
that.
must your planet be? Where like you just come to the Earth and you
Earth,
think it's like Thailand, like you're just ready to fuck, dude.
Yeah, no, the Earth is like a sex tourist spot for them. Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. Oh shit! Wait, the next question actually is: have you reported to the immigration services?
What?
They might prosecute you if you do not.
Yeah, have you gone to ICE? Have you gone to ICE?
ICE deports them. Like, President has just signed deportation papers for Pluto today, and
so this gets even more ridiculous. I'm not sure if this person is for real or if they're fucking with them.
Dude, have you crossed the stratospheric border? Like, have you like legally crossed it?
The next question is so fucking good. It is: do you look like us? Or have you skinned someone to pass as human? Have you come here of your own volition, or have you been forced? Sorry, back to you.
No, dude, it's just so like I'm reading through this, right? And the funny shit is, it's like there's like characters I'm building in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Where it's the people that are like they're so desperate. They've taken 1 billion pictures of fucking like frisbees in the air and called them aliens. And now it's just like a guy on a post, and like there's the guys that are like, no, this is bullshit, dude. No pictures, bro. Dude, no pic, no space alien. Fuck this shit. Been on a stick for 17 years, bro. I haven't seen shit, bro. I'm not fucking believing anybody.
What food do you like on Earth? What wine do you like?
The fucking wine question.
Are you male or female or something else? Are you considering getting married here? If so, and if you're a relatively gorgeous female, then give me a private message and I'll give a private tour of Earth. This guy's trying to hook.
I'm 100.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm 100. He's 100% like copied and pasted this to every person that like said he's an alien. Like these are just way too specific. Like I don't think this is just made. It's just like
he's just trying to get some alien food, dude.
Just asking for an alien.
To me, it's really funny that it starts with, do you bring peace? So like there's a possibility they're here to invade, and then the ends with send feet pics, basically. Like it's like genuinely fucking
so good.
They're just trying to stay safe, right? So if the aliens have like bad intentions, you just fuck them. You become one of their sex slaves.
Second question: Can I lick your feet, my queen? Yes. Stuff like that. It's really good.
Like he's really thought this through. He's just like speeding. There's like a fucking monologue, of course. Like, will you kill all of us? Can you fuck me? Do you have a pussy? Are you an alcoholic? I just need to.
I also thought to include if you're relatively gorgeous, like the alien would like obviously,
also relatively.
Like are you at least a 6? I'm not fucking ugly aliens.
We'll fuck any alien, no uggos.
Yeah. You have tits or something, or what are we talking about here?
They actually answer all of these questions.
Oh my god, do they?
Yes. They like scroll down a little bit. They
God.
They say I bring peace, which is
good.
That's good.
That's almost there. This is second base already, if you think about it.
I'm here because of an ongoing colonization experiment done by the governments of my planet. That doesn't sound good, though.
Also, didn't they say they can't disclose information? Like, that sounds like the kind of thing you wouldn't say. Like, oh yeah, I'm here on a secret mission. Can't tell too much about it, though.
Wait, what about this? Like underneath, it's just like, wait, it's like the question about like, when you came in, it's like, nor do I need to, because they already knew, like who, like the U.S. government, fucking,
Oh yeah,
like,
like can you imagine you go to like ICE and go, I just found an alien. You guys gotta fucking deport this guy. And like, no. We checked it's completely fine. We know about the aliens,
Okay.
of course. We know about the
The
aliens.
last
The
paragraph
colonization.
is okay. So he likes red meats and beef, apparently. Okay, but the last paragraph is what is really important.
The cows, right? That's
I'm female, though my species does have sexes that humans don't. Probably. Oh, I'm guessing this is answer. Oh yeah, you considering getting married? That's the answer to. Are you considering getting married? You can PM me if you'd like.
dude, that is so fucking good. Like, holy shit! Like, I'm female, though my species does not have sexes with that humans don't. Probably.
This motherfucker is catfishing people on an alien form by pretending to be an alien woman.
Oh, okay. So you're just assuming they're lying, Phil? What the fuck? Oh, right, because it's impossible that there will be a hot alien chick trying to come here and hook up a little bit. Okay, fucking racist.
We don't know the fucking beauty standards. An alien 9 could be a human 2 for all we know.
Yeah. So the funny thing about this forum, I've looked through this thread, and there's someone that like seems to be their like partner in like this colonization effort that the government already knows about. They're called You Aren't, and then they first write, "Is it working?" Because I guess they're checking the signal, and then
oh, that's so annoying, bro. That's a game. What do they call them? Like game jackers, like where they just like try to add to the narrative.
Yeah. And they say D or H. They're referring to like the other alien, whose name starts with H. Dear H, please tell those idiots to keep the process moving as I make my contribution now. So, if not today, tomorrow they will have it for sure. It happened the same with the traders in the UK. I helped them 4 times. The fifth they did it discreetly, so I won't know and blame me. It's their decision. This is interspecies drama. I love this shit. It's their decision.
Next
Okay. Guess racial. It's their decision if they impeach the Romanian gypsy or not. What the fuck? I just want to keep the things going. Otherwise, they took the decision already. If they stop this today, all I will do from now on is to erase everything I did or I plan, except 2 letters with only 1 request for personal assistance, nothing else, and 1 to you in which I will bury them without those 2. What the? This person's incoherent. I will bury them,
bro. This is so funny.
To them that would allow them grasp the good part. After that, guys, let's not pick on. This is ESL, right? Obviously, they don't speak English as a first language. These are aliens.
I'd like to know who the Romanian gypsy is.
No, the funniest shit is that like this guy jacks it, right?
With these aliens?
Never.
Dude, the funniest shit is that like how he jacks it is it's just like, let me just add like Earth racism to like this. It's like, can we like these blacks are really stopping our plans of. It's like, what the fuck? Why would you? None of this was mentioned. Like now this person has to either say like, oh, we're different types of aliens. You're probably from like the Eastern European squadron of fucking like
these are
or just say like, oh yes, we need to get rid of the gypsies. I agree. Yes, they're stopping us.
You really
travel bags.
Awkward spot right now.
Yeah, that's travel bags they take everywhere are really interrupting the signals for.
Their magic is disrupting them. After that, we all know what it will be because they wanted me dead anyway. My help was just a pretext, as you told them so. Please hurry and realize it was them all the time. If they wanted more, they should have helped more. Instead, they talked among them, attackers and defenders. This person's playing CSGO while making inconsistent suggestions towards me. Hurry up. I ask you for them, not for me or you, unless you decided their fate too. It's really incoherent rambling. But this guy's not buying it. This guy, don't believe all you see, writes a very short, pointed message. He says, "Yeah, you are alien that has no evidence to back your story, but you join an alien forum to seek some attention." Of course, you're an alien, but you're an attention for. Like, you're just making shit up, all this colonization stuff. That's completely fake. You have no evidence at all.
This is so good. This is like a thing I've noticed. Also on the paranormal forum, which I think we won't get to this episode, but probably in a later episode, I hope, because that one's really funny as well. There's always some users on there that have like thousands of posts, and all they do is like try to question the weird shit people post, as if like this needed questioning by the skeptic TM, right?
Like, I can disprove these person's claim. Actually, an alien of that size will not even be able to communicate on a forum. You wouldn't even know what these people do. Yeah. And then like, so this person gets accused of having no evidence, and then an original alien under the NDA, they reply, "Nobody's forcing you to believe it." And I just love how the reply to that is like, "True, that's it."
I have been defeated. I don't have to believe it.
May make a cogent point. And then someone else replies, joining into the questioning. They say, over the past 18 years, occasionally an alien hub member will claim to be a member of an alien race or a time traveler. To date, none have made an effort to substantiate, let alone prove their claims.
This fucking guy's an admin? This guy's a fucking admin.
An admin. Yeah.
The so frustration.
The record straight.
I've been here for so long. There's just nobody that's been a real alien. Like, I mean, decide to find him, and like none of them. Like, just
come on, guys, some proof. That's all I need. In the absence of proof, all we have is the word of anonymous strangers asking or demanding faith. I have never seen a positive outcome from those circumstances. I suggest that that you say what you want to say, and let's dispense with the AMA, since we don't have any basis for posting questions nor reason to care about your responses. This guy's ruining everyone's fun right now.
Yeah.
Luckily, dude, no one else gives a shit. He gets ignored.
Yeah, fuck Pi Sign admin, dude. He sucked my dick, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck? What a piece of shit.
Yeah, he like gets ignored because the next question is like, I have a few questions if you don't mind me asking.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dude, fuck so that guy, fuck that nerd, and just fucking shit.
Bro, he's like the lion tamer with like crazy alien people, and he's trying to like put them in line, and then they're just not paying attention. It's like,
guys, come on!
I've never seen an alien not in this place.
Like, if I may ask,
in my times of service, someone comes in. Oh, actually, another question for the alien. That's real.
That's all I was saying. So he says, why do we choose to stay on Earth in such secrecy? I'm sure that after the initial shock of finding out that we are not alone in the galaxy, where's off Earth? I guess like people on Earth.
Is he playing the good cop?
Yeah.
Are they working together? The guy on top is like, no, this shit isn't real. The other guy's like, well, if you come out, like, we're not gonna kill you or like, it's safe.
We citizens of Earth will be very open to an open door agreement with your people. I personally don't like secrecy. For one, it requires those involved with keeping the secret to lie. Lies are vile and hurtful, honestly.
No.
I've never had any good come from lies. It seems to me that the only reason one has to hide in the shadows is if they're doing something that's not acceptable to the rest of us. That's just my experience on the subject, fellow alien, I guess. I just am curious about why everything is so secretive with these supposedly friendly beings from outer worlds. I'm hoping you can enlighten us as to why things must be kept in the shadows and how that is beneficial for both Earth and your people.
So this also gets answered. This guy is really, really good at just keeping up with this thread and answering people's questions.
This guy's taking the AMA very seriously.
We stay here for research. We're told to keep things quiet. We had the one above it. You want to read that one in a second? Because that one's really funny.
Oh, I want to read this. He's got one.
Yeah, that one's so good. Just after this one, okay. So, we're told to keep things quiet. Don't have any extra. So humans don't have any extreme reactions to it. This includes excitement. Imagine that it's because it would sort of ruin the normal human behavior. So they're basically just observing us, right?
Yeah, this is
They
like
wanna
it would
find
ruin
the
the study if we knew they were aliens, because you might go like, "What the fuck?" Aliens are actually real, I guess. Why is there a green person in front of me? Shit like that.
Okay,
That ruins the study.
let's jump to Z Scott because he has a very good question about
So this guy just adds a modifier to the conversation, right? Like he's the newest perspective, the newest Smash contestant,
Yeah.
so to speak. Do you guys not sometimes get the feeling that that this post and others could sometimes be spies of government, etc., just to see what the public actually think or react? If you get me, and it's and I like there's the emoji of the surprise face,
Yeah, the
as in
total
like one
reaction
guy was
style.
like, "Oh shit, I just went
Holy
mask
shit.
off. I need to reel back because
Yeah, like what it would be ridiculous if this was an alien, but it might be a CIA agent trying to gauge the reaction of us normal people about what if an alien came back to Earth. I love that.
oh." And you could tell like the response to that is obviously a government agent because he's like, "I see where you're coming from. You're welcome to think that if you want." Yeah, that's totally like a fucking government like response. And
That's a fit right there. Yeah.
This is so good.
So there's a couple other people asking like questions about what this person's researching. This guy doesn't believe any of it. And then remember the code is very this way. He writes, "You feel wrong. There's something wrong with what you're saying." Doesn't explain anything else. That's the whole message. This raving.
They also put wrong in quotes, and the first time it's capitalized. It's really weird.
Yeah. So what? Okay. So someone asked them for a harmless piece of information, I guess, to like prove themselves that they really are alien. And the alien replies, "The secret." So they ask, not anything crazy like the secret to anti-gravity, but something profound. And the alien actually takes it upon themselves to answer about anti-gravity. They say, "The secret to anti-gravity is to go far enough from an object so that it doesn't affect you anymore." Also, fun fact: sentient planets exist. Yeah, like in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Plants, not planets.
Oh, plants. Oh shit.
Fucking idiot.
Fly trap. It has opinions. I guess.
Did he just tell us?
Sentient planets.
Did he just tell us that like space has no gravity? Did he just like tell us something that like we knew like probably like 50
Yeah.
years ago? He's just like,
The key to
yeah,
not having gravity.
is to like
Get away from it.
leave Earth and like
Yeah.
go to space. Yeah, I think I think when we went to the moon, we figured that out. I think that was I think the Russians kind of had a feeling on how that worked.
This is so good. This is the dumbest fucking answer I've ever heard to a question like that. Well, like, technically is correct, right? But like,
yeah. I mean, this is the kind of knowledge you can only get from an alien being. So I'm completely on board with this.
That'd be funny if it's like tie balloons to an object and then it floats and then it becomes anti the gravity.
The person who like asks it then like gets pretty upset at the response because they go, "Okay, so your first sentence has nothing to do with my question, but sentient plants is an interesting idea and is not a new idea. Natives and some scientists have been studying plants and believe they communicate with each other. Also, there was a study by a man who believed plants responded to different types of music differently, and he put some kind of equipment on them to prove that they have emotion. What else have you got, stupid alien? I knew about plants having emotions long ago."
Oh my god.
Then someone else asked them, Beast1333 asks, "What kind of technology does the government have?" And the Rothschilds, of course.
Oh god,
Of course
he
they
goes into
have
the Jew thing.
Yeah, of course they have some sort of alien technology.
The Jews have alien technology. We all knew that. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously. And
How did they
also-
transport
also
all the
gypsies.
gold? Yeah, how did
The
they
gypsies
transport
are
all
the
that
Jews.
gold to the banks, right? It's alien technology. The same wand that they used to move fucking Stonehenge, right?
The alien replies to that, "Your government or mine? Which government are we talking about about the technology?" Also, they don't mention the Rothschilds. I guess they're afraid to talk about them because I guess the Rothschilds own the aliens as well.
Oh, obviously.
Right. Then they concede they don't have any other interesting, profound things to reply to the skeptic. Someone,
just an alien.
yeah, just
Chilling.
your regular
Just-
alien scientist on a mission to colonize the planet. Someone asks a legal question. Asks them for a brief summation of your laws regarding contact with life forms from other planets. For example, do you have a prime directive? What are the punishments for disobeying your laws?
Oh my
Is it
god.
like
These
Star
people
Trek?
literally just watch too many movies.
Yeah.
This is the thing I noticed on other forums like this as well, is that so much of what they believe in is like dictated by fucking movies. So like the paranormal shit was the best example. Maybe we should talk about that on the episode. But
Yeah.
there's like, yeah, I don't know. They're really like heavily inspired by like horror movies and shit.
Yeah.
And these
yeah,
people
yeah,
always
yeah.
talk about like Star Trek-ish concepts and shit like that. It's
Dude, I love
so
the
funny.
I mean, it
paranormal
has
shit.
to be right.
Dude, the funniest one was like there was like a show on like paranormal shit, and it was like Joanne Rivers talking about a ghost. Did it? I was like, I was watching it, and I was telling my friend, it's like, no, this is a fucking ghost, Joanne. I'm like, look in the mirror, it's you.
Then I guess the problem is that the thread dries up. They stop responding. And people asking why. And of course, the last answer is the CCP called him back to China. Because obviously the only rational explanation was this was a Chinese agent. So I just
No,
hope that
obviously.
the aliens find our planet worth colonizing soon enough. Then there's a couple other threads from the same website, which is just a complete gold mine of endless content. Someone asked,
Oh shit, that's so disappointing. There was some good
Yeah.
questions. I was like, how'd you even like get on the fucking internet? How did you get access to the forum? I'm pretty sure that's when they decided to dip. They're like, okay, shit.
Shit, like I can't answer that one. There's this other thing that Phil found called "Saw this on my way to school. What do you think it is?"
So,
yeah.
Well, for this, the post mostly consists of one picture and then a second one that's the same picture but more zoomed in onto the object of interest.
Yeah.
It is it is a photograph of like
I think that's just
sky.
I think that's just a cum stain on your camera lens. Yeah, I don't really.
There's four glowing dots that appear to fly in formation in the sky, and so very very standard alien shit.
Yeah, that's like the three sperms trying to find the egg, but like they can't.
And so this person, they say they photographed us on their way to school. I think. Yeah. And so I was on the way to school.
Make our discoveries.
And so this is a pretty young person. We should keep in mind the first answer is
Immortal Legend 527.
Oh yeah, that's such a good name. Yeah. So Immortal Legend says we call them UTAs, ultra terrestrial aliens.
Yeah, it's obviously UTAs, guys. Come on,
yeah,
who doesn't
know about? Yeah, who doesn't know about UTAs?
It's a clear textbook case of UTAs. Yeah.
Yeah. These are the aliens that mankind should fear. These are the only aliens in the world that are aliens from outer space, which I find confusing, by the way, because I thought that's what
that's
aliens
alien.
Are.
Yeah, that's
So apparently, other aliens aren't
alien racist.
Yeah,
so
you fucking racist.
Is he like talking about Mexican aliens?
Maybe that guy.
He got that from 3 dots. From 3 fucking shit like pixelated. It's just that's UTAs. That's that's a UTA 100%. I've seen multiple. That's what they are.
Yeah. You know, my dad was an UTA classic. Yeah.
He goes on and says, "Good catch. Best picture on the site."
Wait, that's the best picture.
And a lot of others. You should be proud. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh god, this is so. Keep on reading this. Holy shit, this gets weird. This gets really weird.
They are 4 separate entities, not one. It's not a ship. They are not saucers, and it's not a ship and cloak. They are
Of course, it's
on
not encroaching. You
bottom.
fucking see it.
They are not the bottom of engines on a ship. Please do not use the term UFO or lights ever again in your
In
life.
your life. Like,
I just identified what they are.
you fucking say the wrong thing again, I'll kill you.
I'll fucking
I will
kill
fucking
you.
murder you.
He gets super fucking
You
mad.
Fuck UTAs one more goddamn fucking time. I'll have your head.
Sounds so good.
Me and my alien friends are gonna roll up to your fucking house. We'll beat the
Wait,
shit
this
out of
fucking
you.
guy got 2 thumbs up? Like, for that
Yeah.
fucking psychotic,
Yeah.
like, death threat? Like,
You just won an
It's
award from
ridiculous.
me.
I love this part.
Best picture.
Yeah. Yeah, read that, Phil. It's so good.
You just won an award from me and my team. I don't know what his team
Yeah,
is,
his
but
team.
apparently he has a team for best picture and capture of the country. It might not mean much, but this photo is duly noted in our records. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
If other things happen within the next year, please feel free to let me know if anything out of the ordinary happens to you, because for some reason, when somebody sees what? For some reason, does
He
it just
cannot
break
write.
off?
Yeah, he cannot write.
Okay. It just okay. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
like,
I
I
think
love
this is
this. I love this. Like, congratulations. Me and my team. We're on to your case. We've added your photo to our archive. It's the best picture of the century. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, this is amazing.
And it's
oh,
like
dude,
it's funny because you Baghdadi mentioned the 2 thumbs up for the psychotic fucking screed, but other people are just completely on board with this. Like, yeah, good photo, man. This is great. I love that.
no, I love the one underneath
I
it.
actually gave it
Response,
another
we call,
thumbs up.
dude, the response to we call them UTAs, ultra-terrestrial aliens, and then the response is, no, we on quotes don't. You do! Exclamation mark. Well done frightening the life out of a 14-year-old. You're an idiot. Like this guy's apparently known for this. It's just like, no, that's fetch is never gonna be a thing, Gretchen. Okay, it's never gonna be a thing. Like, you can't use.
Yeah.
He's just making up words and just.
There's another guy responding to the idea of UTAs.
Yeah.
He says, "Great pick. By the way, IL527, which is the guy who
Yeah.
talked about UTAs. Ultra-terrestrials are Earthlings. They live below and manage us from a distance.
What?
We are surface-dwelling wildlife to them. They can step in and out of human perception with ease. Do you see one? Because you were supposed to.
Whoa, wow. Shit. This is intended. The ship was not in cloak.
Dude, this is so funny. Like, don't believe you. The guy who's just like, yo, this shit's bullshit, bro. Like, I've been here for like 19 years, right? Like, the guy who doesn't believe shit. And then, like, the person who said, like, no, we don't call it that. It's like, looks like a reflection of the possible forward light street lamp on the car window to me. I've suggest our young friend thought it looked like it looks good as a UFO, and then don't believe you. Just response to the four lights.
Yeah.
Lol.
That's what I said. These people, these skeptic people
so
on these forums,
weird.
they're in every fucking thread talking about like whatever, and they're always being like snarkily skeptical. It's really funny.
No, but like, don't believe he just believes it. Like, he's making fun of the guy who's trying to debunk it, but just being like, nah, dude, that's actually real. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, to even suggest the reflection is like a real thing, right? That's not.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know if that's even verified.
Yeah. Finally, I wanted to look over the thread. Do they know who to abduct our aliens' god? Very simple, straightforward question with dozens of replies. The Nile Plague asks, can aliens watch us at all times? How do they know when to abduct us? Like, do the gray know I'm typing this right now? Are aliens working for God, do you think? How else do they know the perfect time to abduct us? And I kind of feel sorry for this guy because, like, it feels like he's afraid that he's being watched by the gray. And that's kind of a problem. I don't like that.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. And there's a lot of common sense replies. Some guy, Ben writes, how does a sexual predator know when the best time to abduct someone is? They don't. It's called opportunism. Given that there's 6 billion people on the planet, opportunity will not have to be waited for so long. Signed, Ben. I
That's
love.
a pretty good comparison. It's like,
Yeah,
how does a
Yeah.
rapist rape a
yeah,
victim? Well,
yeah. You
they're
just
not
wait for the right
aliens.
moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then someone says a lot of everyone here claims to be abducted. Are people here who say they're abducted copycats and liars? And Ben is very incensed by this. He's very, very personally accused. He says, "No, you could try getting the basic facts right." This is all in bold. Only a small percentage of the folks here claim to have been abducted. Dot 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 dot. Not everyone. Dot 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 dot. Signed, Ben. Okay, so Ben is not happy with this, and no one here is happy. Everyone is writing in all bold. This other guy, Seth, uh, like his subtitle is astronomical unit, which is like that's cool, man. Good, happy for you that you're an
I don't know what
astronomical unit.
is that. Is
Yeah,
that a
well,
rank? Is
yeah,
that a
I think it's a rank. He says, "How do you come to that conclusion? You read every post on here, know all of us personally? Like, really upset that
Jesus? Look,
he's a
this is everything to this guy. This is
yeah.
his life.
Yeah.
You can't
What do you mean?
generalize.
You never claimed I'm a doctor. You know all of us personally." And this other guy, Castle Bravo 354, subtitle Megaparsec, he says, "I've never been abducted. Dot 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 dot. That is a rather broad assumption." Everyone
Jeez,
writing
like,
in bold right now. Everyone very, very mad.
yo, this is when Inir Sarkeesian talks about gamers. I've never raped a woman.
Yeah.
Respect them.
Yeah. You think all gamers are rapists? It's really good.
Hashtag not all aliens.
Hashtag not all alien. Hashtag not all abducted.
Look at alien comes in. It's like I've never abducted anybody.
Anyone.
As an alien, I have never attempted to abduct anybody. I don't know why you would even say
This
something
guy
like
still
that.
writing in all bold. A different guy, Soul Drifter, lifelong researcher. It has been reported they use telepathy and can read minds. If they are coming here with that ability alone, they have an easy advantage. He's like trying to explain how they can abduct people. Like, obviously, it's very easy to abduct people when you can use telepathy. Like, it's not easy peasy. Perhaps, too, they have a means to peer through solid walls, use your imagination. An advanced race would have a number of things they are at their disposal. Who knows, though? Maybe I'm thinking wrong here. I love they're very humble.
The alien's reading the person's mind, and he's like, "Wow, this is a perfect time for me to get abducted if that ever happens." And they're like, "Okay, that's the time to strike." And then you just just kidnap them.
Oh god.
Dale writes, "Abductions. It is with apologies to those who suspect they are victims of kidnapping alien Nazis, but I must insist there is still no smoking eye type evidence that makes alien abduction a fact. Also, and again, with apologies to those who still smitten with the specter of superstition, there is no smoking gun evidence for God either. So, Nile Plague, I cannot get too much behind whether aliens are underlings of God or not. Signed, Dale." I love the people who sign themselves. Your
Oh.
user is right there. No one needs to. You don't have
Yeah.
to sign yourself like
This
a
is like
letter.
this is like a boomer forum thing.
Yeah.
So I've noticed this on like our local fishing forum that all the old people, they'll always sign their username at the bottom.
Boomers and like 12-year-olds going to school,
Dude.
seeing lights in the sky. Yeah.
Dude, everybody here, I feel like, is getting offended by everybody else's comments on shit.
Yeah.
Like,
So true. Oh shit, this is so funny.
Yeah, I've never been abducted either. Your baseless assumption has made me cry. Crying emoji. Lol, JK. Okay. Why would you want to catch one? So this guy's replying to another thread. Why you want to catch one? To experiment on them? They're the ones in charge, not the other way around. The proof of aliens would cause some problems in that it would immediately change the way people think about their lives and the other afterlife. And the afterlife has not been totally established yet. And then
Wait, what do aliens have to do with the fucking afterlife?
Yeah. There's just so many incoherent, just completely insane writings here that actually made me a bit worried. This guy writes, "No, not me, them. I mean, not them, but these lot. You see these mystery surrounds. Who are these creatures that have left some of this lot with sore bits? They talk about their abductions and violations by comparing scars." Is this a poem? "Rumps with large red blotches, throbbing bits here and there. And the rape clinic won't even listen to them. Poor sods can't sit down for a month, and everyone thinks they have got piles. The only bit of real evidence is this Taz creature that had bitten its owner and sings in a cage with not even a photograph. Well, they go on to their local clinic with swords and get the flying boot and an expense invoice for wasting the practitioner's time with a few more scars for sliding underneath moving trucks. What aliens? At least if they caught one, they could have something to show. Oh, so this guy's advocating for like alien rape victims. But that's actually quite sad because I imagine there are actually like people who like have traumatic experiences, and in their minds they think of it as aliens, right?
Yeah, that is probably true and really sad to think about.
Yeah.
I didn't know my uncle was an alien.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. That's amazing.
So crazy, man.
Did he probe your butt back, Daddy?
Yeah, he was like he abducted me when I was like coming home from school. Like I didn't know that. Like that's actually awesome. I should like.
Actually, you
I
should go on
like
with
how
Quora.
we're this is so sad, and then jump immediately to making fun of people.
I mean, it's Baghdadi. Really doesn't really count. What do we say about it?
Right.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to end. I want to thank Phil for being here, and Baghdadi as well. It's been a pleasure. Even though now I know a bit more than I wanted to originally about aliens, and I hope that when the colonization finally happens, they don't cleanse you guys. I'll miss you.
I want to thank Karl Marx for saying we have nothing to lose but our chains. I
Yeah.
want to thank Snoop Dogg for saying bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Yeah.
Peace out, y'all. You know.
Yeah.
And I want to thank the young kid that posted the best alien picture of the century
of the
on
century.
alienhub.com. Thank you for that.
Don't call them
That was very
UFOs
brave.
ever again, or lights, or I'll fucking murder you, Phil. I'll fucking kill you. Okay.